Erin Condren has just released new notebooks. There's new covers, new layouts, coils to choose from. Let's talk about notebooks. Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Tina. Thanks so much for joining me in today's video. I am so excited to talk about notebooks with you today. I love Erin Condren notebooks. My favorite sizes to use are the 7x9 and the A5 size. So those are the ones that I have here to share with you today. And I'm going to do a run through of how to build your notebook, because there's lots of things to decide on when you choose an Erin Condren notebook. I have these three notebooks that are new to me here in front of me, but Erin Condren has released new cover styles and there is a new layout to talk about. I'm gonna break this down on how to build your perfect notebook, and we're gonna start from choosing your cover. You're going to have a huge assortment of covers to choose from. These are just the newest ones that I have for myself. So there's this beautiful foil 2024. I really like this. I love the colors in here, and the back has got some foil detailing as well with these like little asterisks in here. So I just really think that this is so pretty and great to have for this year. Then there's this one right here, which is this beautiful like watercolor stripe and a little bit darker tone. So I really like that. I think this is perfect for like this time of year, winter season that we're currently in. And then this one right here is a vegan leather cover, and this one is from their Focus collection. So we're going to talk about this one separately. All right, so once you've chosen the cover that you love, then you're going to want to choose a coil. You have the option to go with the chrome, which is included in the cost of the planner, or you can upgrade and you could get a gold or rose gold colored coil, and that is an additional $10. All right, so here is an example of the gold coil, which is really pretty. And then I also have a rose gold coil here to share with you as well. You definitely can tell the regular gold is definitely more brassy than the rose gold. I personally prefer a rose gold or the chrome. All right, then the next thing that you're going to want to choose is the size that you're going to want to get. This is the 7x9, and I really like this size. There is also larger 8.5x11, and then there is an A5 size. Now, when you are shopping on the website and you go to the notebooks, you're going to see the 7x9 and 8.5x11 option first, and then you will see the A5 size options. So once you choose your coil and you choose your size, then you can choose whether you want it to be personalized or not. You can have your name put on there. You could have like your handle put on there. Maybe a message could be added on there, whatever you like. And the different notebooks are going to have like different font availability and then the way that they're positioned. So that's something that you could really spend some time on and sort of figure out exactly what you want to go ahead and do with that. The other thing is that some of the covers will have this little custom color your planner, and I'm going to have that little emblem right up here so that way you could see what that looks like, and that's going to be right on the front page. So you're going to know before you even click on that notebook whether you can customize the colors on there. So not only can you customize and add like a name or handle or a message on your notebook, you could customize the colors of certain ones. So one of the ones that I'm going to show you is one that I customized, and that's this one right here. I just happen to have my A5 one here handy, and I love this like animal print, and I really like pink, so I decided to customize the colors on here. So it's definitely something that you could play with depending on like what cover you want to choose. Something like this is already made like that, and you're going to know that before you even like choose to move forward with this cover. And believe me, when you start looking at changing the colors of the planner itself, you could go back and forth because there's so many color options to choose from. It definitely takes me a while to figure that out. So lots and lots of options for you. All right, so once you have the cover, the coil, the personalization, the size all figured out, the next thing is to decide what layout you want to go with. Now there are 5 different layouts that you can choose from. All right, so you have a lined layout to choose from. It's a college rule line, and it's lined on both sides there for you. You're going to notice the little Erin Condren emblem in the corner there. Then you have a dot grid to choose from. And again, it's the same on the back side here for you. And then this one has like different colors in the corner here. And then there is a graph paper to choose from, which is really nice. And the same thing on the back side. Now this particular one happens to have the emblem at the bottom. I'm not sure exactly where the emblem is going to lie depending on which you pick out. So these are like kind of like basic layouts, I feel like, line, dot grid, and graph. Then there are 2 different like specialty layouts that you can choose from. And this one right here is the priorities and notes layout. So when you open it up, this is how it looks. You've got this 6-box section here where it has like this little heading area. It is gray, so that's nice and neutral. I like that. And then on this side, you have a notes page. And then of course you do have the little emblem up in the corner. So that is exactly how this one is set up. So you've got the same thing on both here as you go along through the notebook. The next layout I don't actually have to share with you, but I am going to put a picture up here for you and I'm going to talk about it. So on the left side, you're going to see a shaded area at the top that you could use for a heading. And then there's like a note section, which is just blank. And then it is sectioned off by that skinny line there. And you've got a checklist area there. There's 2 columns there for checklists. On the right side, again, you have a shaded area at the top for a heading, and then like the majority of it, you have like your regular line note area, and then you have like a sidebar, which is sectioned off, and you can create lists there as well, because that's got the little bullet points for you to create lists. And then it has that shaded box at the bottom right corner where you could put a quote for the day or like the most important thing going on for the day. So there's many different things that you could do with this layout. I really like this, and I have got to get myself at least one notebook like this because I like to try out the different layouts and see how they work out for me. All right, so there you have it. You have the layout that I just shared with you, which is brand new, that productivity layout. And then there's the priorities and notes. There's the graph. There's the dot grid. And then there's the lined. Now, I have tried out the lined notebook. That one I've been using a lot of. I've been using this priorities and notes notebook. I really like this. This is great for me for doing projects that I need to do. I will like write all the main things about the projects here, and then anything like subsections or categories of that project, then I go ahead and use this side for that. So it's worked out really, really well for me. So I picked one of these up last year, and then of course I had to pick up another one this year. And then that's when I decided to pick that up in this cover right here. Now let's talk a little bit about some of the features of the notebooks themselves. So the covers are laminated and they are removable. So you can take these out. So you are interchangeable, switch them out based on season or whatever you like. I'm gonna take it completely out. And then to put it back in, I like to flip it this way. I'm right-handed, so it works best for me this way. And I just kind of like press down on it. And they do pop in very easily. Except for when I'm filming. For some reason, there's always difficulty when I'm filming. It's got to be probably because of the angle that I'm at, but it's just interesting. On the inside cover here, you've got like this kind of dashboard area. It's got a heading section. It's got a checklist box, a blank box here, and then another blank box here. And this barcode will either come on there or it might be on the back. I don't know. I don't really know like the rhyme or reason to that. I wish that all of them were in the back because that actually makes more sense. You could use like dry erase or wet erase. I'm not really quite sure. I've never done that before, but this is a great place to put stickies. So I do like that front, like inside cover for that. And then it is going to tell you like what type of notebook that you have here on the front. And then it says do the right thing. And then of course it's just going to jump right into the actual pages themselves. Now the paper itself is 80-pound paper. It's a little bit different than like the planner paper, but it's amazing. It does resist ink bleeding. And there's 160 perforated pages in the notebooks. So you can go ahead and rip these out, which is really nice. So you've got the perforation here, and then you just tear it right out. And I love that. It's nice and clean. There's one thing that really like is, I don't know, it's just like one of those like pet peeves of mine is to like see like torn notebook paper and have that like just awful edge. Oh my gosh, I used to hate that when I was a kid and people would like tear out a piece of notebook paper. I was just like, ugh, I always had to cut off this little section here. And then of course I always just like take this out because I want to have a clean notebook, because that's just me. But like this edge is, oh, I hate that. Oh, it's awful. Anyway, I was so excited when I was a kid and they came out with like perforated pages. I thought that that was just like the coolest thing, but I think I'm probably aging myself a little bit, but that's okay. All right, so that is pretty much all about the notebook paper. And then we're going to come to the back here, and you are going to find a sticker sheet in the back. So I believe that this is pretty standard in all of the notebooks. Like I believe it's all the same sticker sheet in all of them. It's pretty nice. It's like you've got these like little heading boxes if you choose to use them. And then you've got the back inside cover here, which just is lined. And of course you can use a dry erase or wet erase marker on there if you choose to do that. All right, and then you could also get yourself an A5 notebook, and I love the A5 notebooks. Now this one, I'm noticing that the pages are not perforated, and yes, it does come with a page of stickers in the back as well. So if you prefer a little bit smaller notebook, you could get the smaller size. And this one does have different layouts available as well, but you're not going to find all of the options with the A5 notebooks. So there's going to be some different options available with this particular size. You might find different like layouts available depending on which one you decide to pick out. So that's something for you to think about as well when you're looking at this particular size. They have some new A5 that they just released. They're so beautiful. I'm gonna pop a picture of those up here for you. They're like a color block where you've got the more vibrant color at the top and then a lighter pastel color at the bottom. I'm loving the pinks, the orange, the blues, and then there's like that like a turquoise color. And then if you look at the coil, the coil is a plastic coil, which is really cool. And they are different colors that match the notebooks. I think that they are beautiful. And of course, I'm definitely going to grab that pink one. Oh, I don't know. I think I might grab the pink, the blue, and the orange. They're just really cute. And then when you open them up, the inside color actually matches the coil color as well. So you've got like shaded boxes in there. So it's just a really, really fun notebook to have. And my favorite thing to do with the notebooks is just use pen to paper with them, or colored markers is another thing that I really love to use with my notebooks. So having like shaded areas in there, it doesn't really bother me that much. I kind of like to have that little pop of color when I'm using my notebooks. All right, the next thing I want to talk about is still an A5 size, and these are vegan leather covered notebooks. They are book bound. I love these. These are great to put in my purse. The one thing that I've noticed for myself is that this type of like binding works best when I put them in my purse as opposed to a coil, because the coil does tend to like get caught on things when I put them in my purse. So that's like just my personal preference and just maybe an idea for yourself. These are beautiful. I love the way that they feel. And you have like different layouts available for these as well. You don't have the options to choose. So whatever, you know, if you like this cover, this would be the layout that you would get with it. And this is really cute. It's got like your choice to choose the month and then the date. So you just circle whatever your month and date is, and then it's all aligned. So I really like this. The paper is really nice as well. And then you do get a ribbon here for your page finder. I really like that option. And that's it. Like, it's just a notebook in here. There's no stickers that you're going to find in here. I just really, really like these. So there are definitely a selection of these available, and I know that they came out with some new ones, and there's a beautiful pink one that I want to check out because that looks so pretty. And I just popped up a picture here so you could see that one does come with that new productivity layout. Of course, it's a little bit smaller, but I really like that layout, and I love that pink there. So that's just beautiful. And you can add customization to these as well. And then that really pretty like floral one in the corner there, that one looks really pretty too. I don't know, I like all of them that they're showing here in this picture. They're just stunning, and they feel really, really nice. I love putting them in my handbag. They're just like the perfect size, and the like durability is really nice as well. All right, let's talk about this beautiful, beautiful notebook. I wasn't quite sure about the cover of this notebook. This is actually part of the Focused collection. It is a soft vegan leather cover. It does not come off, so you have to remember that whatever you choose, this is the one you're going to have on here. But it's so nice. It feels really, really nice. I'm loving the neutral like palette of it. It's just like that really pretty like cream here, and then this is so pretty. It has these circles on here, and that's really like the Focus type of symbol that you're going to find in the Focus collection. And it's a gold foil, and it's got like a little bit darker like neutral color mixed in there as well. I love this. I love the way it feels. It has like some flexibility to the cover. Oh, it's so, so pretty. All right, on the inside you have this like little black pinstripe on the inside cover here, and then that is paper. All right, so here we are, Focused productivity notebook, and this productivity layout is different than what you're going to find in the other notebooks. So if you like this layout, then this is the notebook that you would have to get, the Focused. I know that there's some other cover option. The colors of the cover, I think that there's like a blue, and I think that possibly a green, but I thought the neutral one was going to work best for me. All right, so let's open this up here, and you can see this layout. So on this side, we have just a line notes page, and then on the right side, we have sections. So you've got 3 kind of like semi-separated boxes, just with like a little bit of a thicker line. All of the lines in here are gray. I like that. There's a checklist section, and then there's a box section. I think that this is great for planning like parties or holidays, your weekend. I think that this would work wonderfully for that. Let's say you're getting away for the weekend, or you just have a really busy weekend ahead of you. I think you could do like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Write down the things that are going on, like maybe a timeline in through here of the highlights for the day. And then here you could have like your checklist or things that you need to get done. And then here you can leave this for like writing a nice message, or if you want to add in like a picture. So I love this notebook. I think it's so beautiful. Haven't tried it out yet because, like I said, I just got it, but that's the whole notebook. There's no stickers on the back here. And then here's the inside back cover, again, with that black thin, it's really not even a black, it's a gray pinstripe on there. So I really like that. And again, I love, it's got some flexibility to it. It just feels really, really nice. And it's very like luxurious looking. All right, so that is everything about Erin Condren notebooks. So many to choose from. You've got lots of different beautiful covers to choose from, metallic options, foil options, different colored coil, whether you'd like it to be personalized or not, the different sizes, and then of course the different layouts that are available. Now, if you do decide to purchase anything, I greatly appreciate if you use my affiliate link. It is down below in the description. It is at no additional cost to you. All you do is click on there and shop as normal. And then if you do choose to purchase something, then I would receive a small commission from that. So thank you so much for those of you that have already used my affiliate links. I know many of you have, so I greatly appreciate that. And thank you so much for thinking about using them on your next purchase. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to give me a thumbs up. That really helps me out here on YouTube. Be sure to be subscribed and hit that notification bell when you do. And drop me a comment down below. Let me know if you have any of Erin Condren notebooks, or if you plan on getting any for yourself to try them out. I love using my notebooks. It's just so freeing. I don't have to worry about dates. If I want to add dates, I can. If I want to add different colored markers, I can. I just love using them. And all of the different layouts are so fun to try out as well. If you watch this video all the way through till the end, please leave me a notebook emoji, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.